No, we assumed the worst. We thought that maybe you had stepped on a Lego.
I assumed the worst.
I
You
do
were at
have a
Catholic mass.
I do have an extensive collection of Legos these days. Yes, that is true. There is the Jurassic Park T-Rex scene
Nice.
that is out there on the bookshelf right now. There's also a Harry Potter Hedwig
Swear to God.
and Patronus.
Nice.
I'm coming after him.
I recently purchased the D&D set. Have not put it together at all yet.
Oh, cool.
Okay. As long as he doesn't say, "Oh yeah, I've got the Venator Star Destroyer." It's right
No.
over here.
No, I do not have the room for that anywhere.
No.
I like that would have to
Like
go on
the
top of
ISD and the Venator, they're so big.
that would have to go on top of the cabinets in the kitchen for it
You
to
should
be
get
anywhere.
Vecna.
Or you hang
Vecna?
it from the ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just a minifig. He's like this big.
Nice. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. We'll get 'em.
No, but
I also assumed you might have been in another random Gundam battle, like last time you had a Gundam battle and it took forever.
I mean those go a long time. I mean, they're based off of anime. You know, they gotta stretch out the 22-minute runtime. Animation's expensive, Derek.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, it's very true. Plus,
It's
like,
got to bleed in 3 separate episodes.
Yep.
yeah, and at least 9 minutes of each episode is you just yelling, like, ah!
How else are you gonna power up?
True.
It's gonna
And
take
then
all
push
day.
the foot forward.
There's an anime that I read. Well, it's a movie that I read about recently. It took, I think, want to say like 8 years to make. It's looks like it's about some sort of racing, something like that. It looks insane. Is it Redline? Yes,
Talking
Redline.
about Speed Racer.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah. No, it came out in 2009. It was in production for 7 years with over 100,000 hand-drawn frames.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Didn't make any movie at the box office, but got kind of a cult following. It's basically just like about racing.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
It looks fucking rad. Bare minimum, like check out like some clips from it or something, you know?
I mean, at the very least, it has to be better than the Speed Racer movie was.
Dude, the Speed Racer movie actually is awesome. I will die on this hill.
I mean, it's worth seeing.
Yeah, like
I
that is.
don't know if I actually saw it.
It is a good adaptation of the source material. It does unique and interesting things visually.
Yeah, I will give you that part 100%.
It is a sensory overload, but I feel like that's in the spirit of Speed Racer.
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I think they lean too hard into it, though. I would have gone a little bit less, maybe a little bit more retro. Gone with a little bit more 2D kind of animations and explosions.
Oh,
Maybe.
like straight up just like cartoon explosions.
Yeah.
Would have been interesting.
But that was the Wachowskis. They weren't really known for, well, I guess, but they didn't have much to do with the Animatrix, so you couldn't really say they had a lot to do with like traditional 2D
They really-
animation.
I mean, other than like the story structure and stuff for like the OG Matrix stuff, I think they were pretty hands off with the Animatrix things. They just
think they were
picked
just
the ones they
exactly-
liked.
I thought they were just like maybe executive producers, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It's been a while since I've seen any of that, so it's hard to remember.
that's okay. Honestly, probably one of my favorite parts of the actual like Matrix universe, though.
Yeah, that was fun. I liked the Animatrix. It really opened my eyes to like story. Like obviously we're already watching anime and everything, but like of expanding storylines already written into an animated kind of style where you get more creativity to go with, because you're not like bound by either like the technology of the time or human body.
Yeah.
I really like each episode was a totally different thing made by someone else. It was good to see all those different styles smashed together into one series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like, I mean, they just did a similar thing with Star Wars. What was that series? What's it called?
Yeah, what is that? Tales of the Jedi or something like that?
Something like that. I don't know.
That might have been the first season. I just watched the second season. That with 3 of the episodes are about Varys. Like,
yeah.
Visions.
Yeah, Visions.
Yeah.
Visions.
Yeah,
that was. Oh,
God, dude, how sad is it? There's
the
so much
episode
Star
with
Wars shit you can't keep up anymore.
I haven't even started Acolyte yet, so like if that gives you any impression, like there's so much Star Wars content.
Yeah. Anyway, Walsh, I'm sorry I cut you off. You were about to go off on
you're
Visions.
fine. Oh, the episode that fucking turned me off to it was hey, we're a bunch of like 10-year-old kids in the Star Wars universe. Let's start a rock band to change the world. It's like, oh no. No. Like,
No.
you don't understand the source material of where you're at. There's no rock band. If anything, this is going to be country western.
If anything, it's going to be jizz music.
Jizz music, thank you. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're gonna be playing in cantinas to drunk people.
Although it's not called jizz anymore, apparently. They
What the
changed.
fuck?
Yeah, they changed the name.
Well, because they finally realized what the fuck it is.
Well, I think, yeah. It is now Jats. Jatz.
That's dumber.
Mm-hmm.
At least jizz was like fucking meme worthy. You know what I mean? Like, come on, I'm gonna play me some jizz.
Well,
Just get all up in it. Just all up in it.
speaking
Yummy,
of cultural tragedies and retcons, Hulk Hogan's Twitter account was hacked, which caused him to erase all of his previous tweets. So the culture no longer has access to his iconic scriptures, such as "Don't work yourself into a shoot, brother." The time that he uploaded a selfie with him and Bam and said, "Damn, Bam, wish you were still here with us."
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah. I ran out of toilet paper, brother. Please help. The shot of him in the hot tub with a dog in the background is like, don't ever fuck with us, brother. Just all of these just lost to time.
Man.
Well, there's websites that record everything from the internet. I'm sure you can date it back on there and find everything.
Oh no,
The
there's
Wayback
definitely
Machine.
screenshots. Absolutely. And the Wayback Machine
Yeah.
is going to be working overtime on that. But it's just sad day in internet wrestling history.
Yeah, there's a lot lost. A lot of culture. There's a lot of bangers in there. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe Hulk Hogan just gets swept under the rug and we just start. Oh, Derek, what's the word? You got a document. You're blacking it out. There's a specific
Redacted.
word.
Yeah.
That's the
redacted.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna start redacting Hulk Hogan out of wrestling completely. Like, he was a thing. We left his name. Why is everything else marked off? Don't ever fucking talk. Just move on with your life. It was a thing. We're done with it. Move on.
You know how many times we've tried that, man?
Yeah.
We've tried it.
He keeps coming back. Like,
Yeah.
when he got baptized
Hulk
recently.
Herpes Hogan.
Hulk Herpes. Okay.
I'm waiting for the day when normal Hulk Hogan meets future Hulk Hogan, when future Hulk Hogan's done wrestling 400 days out of the year, and time actually catches up to each other.
Yeah, it normalizes again.
Yeah, because if they actually touch tips or something, like, the world is done.
Oh, man.
The paradox that would be created, man. The paradox.
It'd be something. Honestly.
Can you just imagine two Hulk Hogans, future and past Hulk Hogan, touching tips?
It'd be kind of like that time they were trying to build up the Ultimate Warrior coming to WCW, and he hallucinated seeing the Ultimate Warrior in the mirror. Everyone at home also saw Ultimate Warrior in the mirror, but nobody else at the show saw Ultimate Warrior, so it was really fourth wall meta breaking moment.
Oh god. I could just see that two little Ultimate Warriors and their little heads just going boop, and then the world ends.
Yeah, that's actually something that we can actually cover really quick here because it's started coming out. Is the new Vice series, Who Killed WCW?
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, in the style of their Dark Side of the Ring wrestling, except less depressing on the first episode.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. They I'll wait and see until I think it's 4 episodes total are all out before we'll give like our final thoughts. But like
Yeah, 'cause
initially,
I want to watch it.
yeah, initially very cool. First episode chronicling kind of like the beginnings of like WCW and like Eric Bischoff's like rise to power in the company and like the birth of the NWO.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that because
Yeah.
there's more than one hand that killed WCW.
Oh yeah. Fuck, I want to say that's like in the opening credits. It's like how much time you got. Yeah,
Oh,
there's some
God.
great people being interviewed. There's Bischoff, obviously, Kevin Nash, The Rock,
Okay.
people who are working behind the scenes, archivists, and I think I can't remember which one of Ted Turner's kids, but one of his kids is on there too.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he definitely had a big role in that. So.
I mean, billionaire Ted.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said just on their production value when it comes to producing a documentary series over at Vice. I mean, the rest of Vice as a corporation is pretty fucky.
Yeah.
Especially, currently. But
Mm-hmm.
at least their documentaries still fucking slap.
Yeah. Those like Dark Side of the Rings type of stuff like that is just bangers, man. Just constant bangers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Great
gonna have to
production
watch
value.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that because that excites me. I didn't know that was coming out.
Yeah, I think the first episode's available for free on YouTube for people who don't have access to whatever Vice is streaming on.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll give that a shot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm trying to think. But there is a very apparent. This is a production by The Rock throughout. Like
Oh god.
he not only is he a talking head, but he's like an executive producer that they name in like the credits of not just like the opening to it, but in every like promotional material.
Oh my god.
And it's kind of great because he is like in between his squeaky queen and squeaky dirty heel persona in the actual show, because he's being very overwhelmingly like positive, but he's also cursing up a storm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he constantly promoting his tequila and constantly showing off burgers and stuff that he will never fucking eat?
No. He's just promoting his skincare line, Papatui. And Zoa
he hasn't
energy
gone
drink.
full kiss.
Yeah, no, he hasn't gone full kiss yet.
Is it what's his energy drink called? Fucking bald sweat?
No, it's called Zoa, actually.
That was close.
Yeah,
that was
it's
actually kind
pretty
of close.
Yeah,
bald
it does.
sweat.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it features ball as a logo.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Probably tastes like piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
Oh,
couple
sorry,
other.
Piss in it.
it probably tastes like a rock, like a rock.
Yeah, like you licked a rock that you found on the side of the road.
Yeah. One that's like slightly still a little alkaline too.
Mm-hmm. It's
So,
got it's got a little bit of
A
salt
lot
on
of rocks taste different.
it. Mm-hmm.
they
There's a
do.
good point there.
Yeah. When you're making rock soup, you gotta be very particular with the rocks you choose.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you might cause an explosion.
Sandstone, no good.
No.
Nope. Nope.
Shale,
That's just.
gonna break up in the soup.
Mm-hmm. Granite, hit or miss. Hit or miss. It's all over the place. It could be anything.
Yeah, if there's a lot of air pockets, you might get some shrapnel. So you gotta be careful,
It's true.
Marble, pretty delicious.
especially in like a nice gnocchi.
Dude, I fucking love fucking gnocchi. Don't even get me
Dude.
started on gnocchi.
Dude, gnocchi's so fucking good. So good. I fucking love gnocchi.
Dude, one of the easiest and best things you can eat to make.
Yep. And it's just like, it's very filling of a soup. It's very hearty.
Yeah.
Depending on what you put into it, obviously, but just the gnocchi noodles themselves are very, very filling.
Oh yeah.
Like little delicious pillows.
Little delicious pillows. Actually, speaking of, real quick, Derek, I did take your advice and made some homemade ramen the other night.
Nice. What kind?
Very straightforward. Use a vegetable broth with a lot of onion, a lot of mushrooms, and
Ooh, some umami.
yeah, just some tamari sauce, and then for toppings, just charred some tofu real quick, and fucking more mushrooms and shit.
Hell
I
yeah.
had to get in there,
Hell yeah.
and then I did some glazed carrots for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that sounds delicious. Did you use oil and all that for?
Yeah, a little bit of sesame seed oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to cook like the oil up a little bit with some spices added, like right before plating. You don't let it boil though. You gotta let it like run a little low, and it'll add a lot of flavor to your sesame oil.
Yeah.
Like if you have some like ends of like green onions and shit that you don't want to put into stuff, you can put it in the oil and then just scoop all that out.
Oh, I see.
And it adds a ton of flavor.
I'd split up the green onions between like in the broth and for toppings.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like if you have like some of the ends, like the very ends that you don't want to eat or put in anything else, you can put it in the oil and fry it up real quick.
Oh,
and then just scoop all that out, and then all the flavor and everything will be in the oil.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks was my local grocery store. 0 miso paste.
Weird.
Yeah.
I would think
Hard
that'd be
to
more
find
normal
sometimes.
now.
Right?
Like we have a Meijer and a Jewel, and there's Target as well that has a grocery section. But every spot I've gone to has, even Aldi has miso paste.
Right?
Yeah. That's
Dude,
weird.
Publix is fucking weird like that. Like, there are certain things that you can only get at Publix. Like, they do, their infamous pub subs, which are, fantastic. And, their wings, great, any time of day. And, like, they even have this fantastic little section that's just, like, a straight-up vegan bakery on top of, like, the regular baked goods. It's so fucking good. But then, there's just random things, like miso paste, can't get it.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, do you have an Asian market near you?
Not near me, no. So that's the thing about Florida is certain sort of like specialized foods are hard to get. Like our produce is fantastic. Like you can get any kind of fruit, no matter what time of year, ready to go. It's going to be perfectly ripe, 100% of the time. But like you're not going to find any Asian markets. You'll find plenty of authentic Mexican food. You'll find Cuban food, like all of that.
That makes sense.
You get decent, like you get good Japanese like sushi around here and seafood, obviously. But like you're not gonna find good barbecue. It's just not gonna happen.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. How about like some good old like gumbo and stuff, like Louisiana style food?
No, they don't do that around here.
Damn.
Yeah, like you're not gonna find like a clam bake around here. It's weird.
But you will get a fish boil.
The thing that sucks is like there is like a Whole Foods and like Trader Joe's, but those are fucking hikes away. And like the actual like best like you want fresh goods is this place called Seed the Table. But fuck ever going there, because the guy who owns it is a full on like QAnon nut job.
Oh god. Yep. No.
Like there's still signs on the outside of, it's a massive grocery store, by the way. Still signs on the outside that still are like calling out Fauci, bitching about masks and vaccines. And like this place This grocery store, Derek, is so fucking massive. Let me put this into perspective for you. They have their own valet.
The fuck?
Yeah. Because not only is it a grocery store, they also have like a food court. They do, they have multiple bars and like wineries inside. They have live music on weekday nights.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a kitty going crazy.
Yeah, he's definitely some kind of special right now.
Man, that's crazy though. That's like it's an all-in-one, like an
Yeah.
actual all-in-one.
Yeah. And I went there once and was immediately infuriated from the get-go, obviously, before even walking through the door. But actually trying to shop there is fucking maddening because it's laid out like someone had a seizure midway drawing it out. Like the aisles are like different widths as walking down.
God.
It's laid out horribly. Like there's food and bars mixed into the aisles where you do the shopping for all of your goods.
What?
Yeah. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
So basically, the person was strung out on meth and crocodile, then had a seizure midway through doing it all.
Yeah. Now, the guy who owns it is a bit of an infamous individual in Southwest Florida. His name is, I'm not going to give him his full name. We'll just call him Alfie. But he owns a very large farming conglomerate in Southwest Florida. He's a bit of a political player. He's also on record for being busted for having the most illegal immigrants working for him at one time and getting arrested, like having them deported for it. He faced no repercussions for this, obviously.
Well, of course
he's
not.
A
Of
right-wing
course
nut
not.
job.
Yeah.
And then sometime,
him
yeah,
and
some,
DeSantis line up. That's probably why.
and he is obviously vouchly anti-immigrant, obviously.
And yet hires immigrants.
Yeah, in droves. Like we're talking, like tens of thousands of people that work for this guy. He was
Mad.
arrested at some point last year at, I believe it was the Hard Rock Casino over on the East Coast near Miami. He got arrested for some sort of disruptive behavior. Apparently, he was trying to cash out his chips and didn't have an ID. And when they were being like, hey, we kind of need this, he threw a fucking fit and got arrested.
Oh my god. Come on. What a psychopath. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just like, it's a casino.
Yeah.
Love them or hate them, they have rules. And they don't just let anybody walk out with fucking money. So just because you have a handful of fucking chips doesn't mean they're yours.
I mean, it's the casino.
Casino can refuse to cash your chips out at any time.
Yeah, they can,
Pretty
especially
sure
if they
that's
suspect
still-
anything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. They can just say, we're not going to cash this out right now. You can come sit in the security office while we check some stuff if you want.
We'll
Yeah.
review some cameras here, sir, and then you may or may not receive your winnings.
Also, like, it's important to note that that is like a 2-hour drive from where he lives. So he got there somehow without an ID.
Right.
So if
And in.
yeah, and so he somehow drove
Well, you
without
can
a
just
driver's
walk into a
license.
casino.
Well, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
but he drove without a driver's license apparently. Then
Which, I mean, it happens. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely forgotten my license before, and then like in the middle of my day realized. But you know what I did?
What?
I went home and got my fucking license.
Yeah.
And then went back and did my shit, despite the fact that it took an extra hour and a half, 2 hours out of my goddamn day.
yeah,
It's what you do, because
Yeah.
the last thing you want to do is give a cop any sort of reason to have his day with you. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
they're gonna hassle you. It's gonna happen
Yeah.
because cops suck.
And a prick like that probably speeding down the highway, like near double the speed limit.
In his Tesla Cybertruck, I bet,
Right.
before it
Oh,
crashes.
God. So I was working the other day, not necessarily changing topics here,
No,
just
by
real
all
quick.
means.
Got to see one of those up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to park in a parking garage. They have no turning radius.
No.
Just to be able to pull into a parking spot, they had to do a 30-point turn. Then it died in the parking garage.
Yeah.
And there was nothing small enough that could pick it up to get it out of the garage because of the height of the layers, and he wasn't on the very top or nothing. He was near the top. So they had to push this fucking thing down the ramps. And since it stopped working and they couldn't charge it, like, it was a bitch just to get the thing in neutral. They were like, "Can you help us?" I was like, "No."
You dug yourself into
Run.
this. Yeah.
You get away from that situation.
I don't know what's going to end up happening with that thing, but when I left work the other day, it was still freaking sitting there at the bottom of the garage.
No, it lives there now, Derek.
I think so, yeah.
It will decay.
All the chargers are near the top, so, like, he never made it.
Oh my god.
That was so close.
Wait, so he had to do a 30-point turn to park, and he didn't even park by the chargers?
No, because he couldn't get up the ramp. He
Oh
had
my
to stop going up, so he tried to park.
That's even better. Holy shit.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
Okay, why are the chargers at the top? That makes no sense.
Well, so the plan is to have them on every floor, and
Yeah.
they just haven't built the other ones out yet.
Oh, they gave up.
Yeah. Like nobody's using these.
I'm not in that portion or nothing. I'm a private contractor when it comes to the end of the day, so I have no idea, like, the why or how, but I just know that they haven't done it. So,
All right.
but this thing, for being an electric vehicle, is really fucking loud.
Really?
Really loud.
I haven't
when
seen
you-
any of them running yet. I've only seen them parked.
So, well, were they parked or were they dead?
I saw 3 on one of those trailers being pulled down the highway and got like a real close look at 3 of them. No angle does it fucking look good.
No, dude, the one I saw was on Mother's Day because my mom wanted to do this thing at a beach club that she's a member at. So the one I saw was parked by like the valets because it's a beach club. They do valet drivers, whatever, because it's part of like a hotel, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense versus a fucking grocery store. So, no
Yeah.
complaints here.
But I was talking to the valets, and they're like, yeah, no, that thing's, since it's been here, the only thing people have commented on is how fucking ugly it is. That's the only thing they say.
I mean, given where it's at, right? It's a beach club.
Yeah.
I am surprised it still works because it's not just water it has to deal with.
Oh, no, it was nowhere near the
Fucking
beach,
salt water.
Derek. It was nowhere near the beach. It was still on the road. They didn't get it that
But I
close
mean,
to the ocean.
just-
Well, it's still in the
Just
air,
being
though.
that close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
still
also,
very salty.
I have no evidence it could still move. Okay, it was parked. It was not moving.
And
it was immobile.
Was it the plain stainless steel?
Yes.
Or did they pay for the? Okay. I was gonna say because otherwise you have to pay like 20,000 extra to have the thing fucking coated in like in an enamel coating.
No, that's extra. Like that's not even like factory extra. That's like aftermarket extra.
Yeah.
Like that guy that got his polished. I saw that got a mirror finish on it because that's
Dear-
real fucking smart.
Hopefully it's sunny that day.
He is gonna end up melting through the windshields and stuff. Like, fucking hell. But no, like if you put that thing without that coating near the beach, like in a salty environment at all, it's gonna start rusting.
Dude, that patina is gonna be fantastic. That's what you want. You want an aged Cybertruck. You want it to look
That's true.
vintage.
That's true. 'Cause,
And not like
I'm
a dumpster.
I'm not gonna sit here and eat a steak that's only been sous vide. You know,
No.
I need a crust on top, and that's how I want my
Maillard.
Cybertruck.
Need the Maillard reaction.
Yes, exactly, and that's what happens with a Cybertruck when you park it anywhere near a beach or in a saltier environment.
Oh god.
That's how you age it properly, because that's how you do it. Like, I'm gonna age some meat. I'm gonna age it in some highly salty kind of situation so it never goes bad. It's what you do with your Cybertruck if you want it to last forever.
Yeah. Don't be like that guy who discovered that you can't park it where you live and try and return it, and then Tesla turns around and is like, yeah, but you still owe us $50,000 and you're banned 5 years from being able to sell or buy a Cybertruck.
Sell the fucking thing.
Yeah.
How anyone other than like clout chasers would have bought this thing is beyond me. Like,
Oh, dude.
the rear hatch. I don't know if audience, if you've probably all seen this crap by now. It's fucking everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But the rear hatch will cut your fucking fingers off.
Dude, the whole thing is a fucking weapon against the person who drives it. I've seen people get cut from the doors getting in and out too quickly.
The plate on top of the gas pedal likes to come off and slide up and get stuck in the carpet, forcing you into top speed acceleration until you can somehow move that back.
Yeah, their fix for
And
that
it's
was putting just a bolt right through the bottom there.
A bolt, yep.
Yep.
Okay,
My
that'll
favorite.
keep it from moving, though.
My favorite is the gear shift is on the roof and it's touch. It's touch
based.
Yeah. Same
Yep.
thing with the turn signals too. Actually, by the way, they're touch.
Which I didn't know until they had to get that stupid ass thing out of the garage. Because the guy kept going like this. I'm like, put it in neutral. He's like, I am. I'm like, what are you doing? It should be down here.
That's how this machine works.
Yeah.
It's badly designed.
Yeah.
The amount of money that this man wastes, just wastes. He's like, hey, I'm gonna buy Twitter and just ruin it. I'm gonna take a $10 billion company, buy it for $44 billion, and make it worth less than $1 billion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the same thing with my fucking Tesla company that I bought and change the history of it to make it look like I came up with everything.
And now he is currently fighting to get his was it $56 million bonus. Yeah. And like the entire board and all of like, you know, the majority owners are like, dude, what? No. No.
You don't get a bonus. The company's doing bad. If anything, give us money.
What's funny is his companies are hyperinflated due to his charisma. So a lot of these companies are not really worth what they actually are. It's just hyperinflated, especially like a company like Tesla, which for a long time used to do the emissions credits because they had less emissions than other more big and powerful car companies.
Yeah.
So they would trade emission standards and buy off their emissions, and so it would equal out. They wouldn't have to pay these exorbitant fines. But the company's not worth that anymore because these companies are now doing the same thing. All these other companies did was buy themselves time to get into the electric market correctly.
Have you seen the video of the Cybertruck being raced by the F-150 Lightning, the electric F-150? Yeah, it's in, I don't think it's a sand dune per se, but it's in sand, and it just gets fucking smoked.
I could see that happening. I honestly could.
Yeah, but it's bulletproof.
Is it though?
Is it though?
No.
Yes,
Nothing's bulletproof. All
Bullet
you need is a
resistant.
bigger bullet.
Yeah.
Yep.
It could.
Not only that, you don't always need a bullet. Sometimes you just need shrapnel. You
Yep.
just need awkwardly shaped little pieces flying at high speeds.
Or in the case of a Cybertruck, a baseball.
Yeah. Or like an RPG tandem rocket where it has the copper core. When it connects, the copper goes like a needle.
Well, it kind of turns it into a laser.
Yeah, it's basically like a laser.
Basically,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
So
So
or a baseball. Honestly, the same thing. Same thing.
dude, there are so many potential uses for a Cybertruck that I can think of that are better than using it as an actual vehicle.
Paperweight?
Yeah, paperweight, number one. Number two, you could turn that actually into undersea coral. You could just sink it to the bottom of the ocean, and we can use that to help rebuild the barrier reef.
You gotta get all the batteries out of it first.
Oh yeah, of course.
Unless you want to have fun.
Yeah.
No, that'll destroy anything nearby.
It would be in line with him. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We could use it for phone chargers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can use it to keep down plywood.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a lot of sheets of plywood because you're building something out, it'll just put it on top. It'll keep all the plywood there.
We could ship it to Russia as and mount some guns on the back, and it could be mechanicals.
Yeah, actually, speaking of that, the turtle tanks and all that, where they're adding extra armor because all these FPV drones are just laying waste to Russian armor.
I've seen
know
the
exactly
videos.
what you're thinking. We push Cybertrucks out of like a C-40, like one of those big transport planes, and we just drop Cybertrucks on them.
That would work, actually. It would work pretty well, because I saw a turtle motorcycle get exploded the other day. Just destroyed. They literally put a little top thing, and it's like, dude, his legs, I can see his fucking legs. And then it just goes, boing, boom, dude's dead. He didn't die. He didn't die fast, but he died.
He died. I did see footage of one of those turtle tanks where the drone pilot just, like, they left the hatch open, so he just went inside the hatch and exploded it.
And not only that, he didn't just explode right away. He wiggled his way in further. Like, he literally, like, went until it fell in, and then he did it a little bit extra to get it a little bit more in, and then boom! And you just see fire coming out the top, out the 30 cal. Dude. It's funny, because I honestly believe the Cybertruck would be a better option for the Russian army with all of the armor they've lost than these golf carts and motorcycles, and probably potentially soon roller skates.
Heelys, Derek. We're in 2024.
Heelys, yeah. You're right.
They're doing Heelys.
Off-road Heelys, though, because, they got to get in and out of trenches, so.
It's going to be a sight, I tell you.
Now, believe it or not, I actually do have a topic for today.
Oh, cool.
But before we get in that, there's a bit of breaking news from yesterday, which will be Saturday for when this episode comes out. Ricochet from WWE has given notice to WWE. He intends to leave the company when his contract expires this summer. He is not interested in re-signing with WWE. Where do you put a guy like Ricochet?
Who have we been saying would be a great matchup for a guy like Ricochet? Where, brother?
Where could we find someone who has history with Mr. Rick O'Shea in New Japan? And who else has history with him over in Lucha Underground? The current AEW World Champion, you tell me, Swerve Strickland?
Swerve motherfucking Strickland?
The current international champion, Will Ospreay, has history with Ricochet that's long term. What?
Bruv. What? That's just the deal, isn't it? That's just the deal.
Yeah. Honestly, if he didn't go to WWE immediately with this re-signing when his contract was up, which now Tony Khan has said multiple times that he will not engage in contract tampering, which means he has word that someone is going to give him a lot more money than WWE will. And
I don't think the money matters to Ricochet personally. This speed belt bullshit. I think he realized how stupid that bucking is and was like, okay, I'm out. I'm not resigning. If you're going to keep throwing me on shitty little quick matches, nah, I'm good, brother. Yeah.
I honestly think like it's not as disrespectful as like the 24/7 title.
True.
Because
okay, no, that is true.
That one was treated like a joke from the beginning and throughout its existence. The speed title, however, is just fucking stupid.
It's fucking dumb.
No.
There's no story to be had. There's not even enough time for each wrestler to really show off all of their skills. I can understand having speed matches. Don't get me wrong. You could totally do like I challenge you to a speed match or some crap like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with that. But a whole belt and everything dedicated to quick little one-on-one? Nah.
Not only that, not only is it dedicated to, under 3-minute matches, but it's not even on TV. It's exclusive to Twitter.
Yep.
Like,
yep, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Oh man.
I've watched 3 matches. I've watched 3 matches altogether,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fucking dumb. Remember? So, audience, I might have brought this up in a previous episode. I don't remember, but I do remember. You guys will know this. I got really mad when the women's title was lost like a few years back in under a minute. It was like a 30-second match.
Yeah.
It was at like a SummerSlam type of show or something like that. I don't remember. It was it was around COVID time. In and around that time. And I just laughed. I was like, okay, I can't watch this anymore. I'm walking away. And I went and sat out by the bonfire.
Dude, it's almost as bad as when Kofi lost his title to Brock Lesnar in a squash match in sub 30 seconds, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
It's stupid. And not, I mean, AEW, don't get me wrong, they still have a lot of stuff they need to work out. But that will be a much better fucking home for him immediately, where his skills get to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got the likes of Swerve Strickland, you've got Will Ospreay, you've got Shibata,
dude,
like MJF. You have some great guys that can work with him and let his skills really fucking show.
I mean, to be fair, they have people like that in WWE already. Mm-hmm. They're just not using them the same way.
Right. It's one of those issues that WWE, in my opinion, still has. That's still stuck in more of like the Vince era. Mm-hmm. Is sticking to like this more body kind of style. You only let like the flyers and stuff do a little bit of their actual skills. Some of them. AEW allows you to do what feels best for you and what you think you can do and make the crowd work over with it the most. You know what I mean? It's just a much better approach, especially in this day and age.
I know. And I believe the other big name currently in contract negotiations, not Natalia, unfortunately, Chad Gable.
Yes. So I thought that's what all of these rumors were about.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it was going to be Chad Gable who was announcing he was leaving. I don't know. Now, they're doing a storyline still with Otis and everything.
Yeah.
And with Zayn. So I don't know, man. Like I feel like if AEW were to pick up Chad Gable, they would have their own Kurt Angle.
Yeah. I would really like to see Chad Gable just running full on madman wrestling machine Kurt Angle, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because there are different tiers of Kurt Angle that
you don't go full Kurt Angle.
Yeah. Okay, so initially,
not right away.
Yeah, initially we had goofy hair, dumbass Kurt Angle in WWE, and then he got a little bit more, not serious, but more of a threat to the main event, where he had I think it was Milkamania run. Yeah,
I would argue he became more intense, especially with his moveset too.
Yeah,
it looked more volatile.
Mm-hmm. It's when he got to TNA though that he became full on super intense Kurt Angle, and then we got Perk Angle, which was scary, and for multiple reasons. But I think Perk Angle might be actually my favorite version of Kurt Angle. Just
it's
before,
the most fun.
Yeah, just before he doesn't look like himself though, because it was weird. Because it was. Maybe it was the drug abuse. Maybe it was the thought that he's okay, I gotta slim down so I can get Olympics ready again, because he was gonna compete again in the Olympics, is what he decided.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
He didn't look like himself anymore.
Yeah, I just feel like Chad's gonna have to. I think he'll do his own thing, but honestly, he just comes across as this era's Kurt Angle.
Yeah. He can do the comedy. He can do the serious. He can be a face. He can be heel. He can do it all. And he's
he's such a good heel right now too.
Yeah,
such a good heel.
He is immaculate in the ring.
Yes, Yeah, oh man, like that to me is one of the wrestlers that is being underutilized immensely by WWE.
Right now, I think they're using them pretty good.
I guess I'll agree that they're starting to.
Yeah.
But there was a long time where he just kept taking L's, and there was no reason for that.
The entire time he was Shorty G. The entire time he was that character. That is the most disrespectful they've ever been to him, I want to say.
Yeah, and it's crazy to me because he's such a technical fucking wrestler.
Yeah, he's on... So, Bret Hart has famously his own way of ranking wrestlers on a 1 to 10 scale in 3 categories. It's 1 to 10 in looks, 1 to 10 in promo, and 1 to 10 in the ring. Yeah. Bret himself ranked himself, like, I want to say 8 out of 10 on looks, 6 out of 10 on promo, and like 9 out of 10 in ring. So, you know.
Yeah, I think those are fair numbers, actually, for himself. Especially with the promo work.
Yeah. Chad Gable, for me, is like 7 to 8 out of each category. Like, I would maybe even 9 to 10 on in-ring.
Yeah, I would say a 9 on in-ring. His promo work, I would give him like a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
The look, a 9. Actually, maybe even a 10, honestly. He's got the look, man. It's not even just the physique either. The mannerisms in his face.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to say words to sell stuff to you, which is sometimes really hard to get.
Yeah, and like the build that he's got for a guy his size is astonishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You could put him up against big dudes, and it wouldn't look that mismatched.
No, because he could fucking lift them.
Yep. Kind of like how John Cena doesn't look that big when you start pairing him up against like guys like Undertaker and stuff. Mm-hmm. But then you see him lift them up like it's nothing.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you do leg day. You know, you never skip leg day.
That's what happens when you live your life by hustle, loyalty, and respect.
That's true. Mm-hmm. That's true, man.
Where'd they go?
But really, like the main thing I wanted to talk about today is the underwhelming Summer Games Fest that's been going on this weekend.
Yeah, I saw Lawrence and the IG, the Inside Games crew, decided to get drunk for it.
I mean, they get drunk for everything.
True, but it's kind of telling when it's labeled that way for the episode.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure they started off drunk.
That was probably the smart choice, to be honest with you. I wish I was drunk for it.
Yeah. We still haven't seen like the Xbox showcase because that's later today. Yesterday for the folks at home. But so far, like highlights, Civ 7. That's something.
Yeah, which is about time.
Yeah, we got a release date for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Yep.
Some new footage of Star Wars Outlaws.
That I'm actually excited about still.
Yeah.
So.
We got a trailer for Skate, which was just saying, "Hey, we're still working on it." It was entertaining though. It was Tim Robinson.
Okay.
Yeah. Very little gameplay actually shown. There was like maybe 10 seconds at the end of it.
Okay, because I didn't watch theirs, so I didn't make it through this whole thing.
Yeah. There's a throwback Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game.
Hell yeah.
Let me see here. A Lego 2D. Yeah, a Lego Horizon game.
Yes. Christina's really excited about that.
Yep.
It looks pretty cool, actually, overall. I'll give it to them. They definitely kind of worked out a way to work the Horizon style into Lego. I'll give them that.
I mean, it's Lego. You can do anything with Lego. I firmly believe that.
But like colors and everything wise, like I feel like it definitely hits those notes. Lego's really good at adapting source material into their stuff, though. It's not always polished, but
no.
You get a game that gives you like 60, 70 hours of game fucking play, so...
At the very least, they're going to give you, like, it may be shallow, but it will be broad with every Lego game.
Which is not always a bad thing, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need in depth.
No, something that doesn't look. I really have no words to describe is the Funko Pop Fusion game. Have you guys? You guys haven't seen anything about this?
No.
Okay, so it's a Funko Pop game, yes, and it covers like 20 different franchises, from Jurassic Park to Back to the Future and so on. I couldn't tell you exactly what kind of game it's going to be like. It looks kind of like the Lego style of like, okay, here's an environment and explore in this franchise's environment, and like shoot at bad guys. The trailer for it, at least like the cinematic one, is surprisingly violent.
That can make sense because they cover so many different franchises. It'd be hard not to be somewhat violent.
Yeah.
They literally make just about everything.
Yeah. I will not play this.
No, I don't think anybody's going to. I didn't think there was that many like Funko diehards. I thought Funkos were like those things where you're like, I don't know what else to get you here. I picked up this random Funko.
Yeah, right behind me, I've got some Marvel Funkos from like 10 plus years ago that I still have. So
I've got a couple Star Wars ones, and then I actually got the full set of the Season 1 Critical Role characters.
Oh, you did get the whole set. Nice.
I did.
Just finally got Trinket.
I did. Fucking Trinket was harder to find, but got him up on a shelf.
Hey, they got a teaser for Season 3 out.
Oh,
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
I didn't even need that, but I liked it.
There's also some D&D related news as well.
Yeah.
They have hired a AI specialist, I guess we'll say. I don't know if you guys remember, but all the freak out with Glory of Giants or whatever that book was called, it was all AI generated art.
There was two.
Like the third. Yeah, it's happened multiple times, but that was one of the big ones.
Yeah.
And they kept doing the sorry, so sorry. Oh, we're sorry, type of crap.
Really sorry about that.
Yeah,
And they said they would never do it again, never use AI. Well, now they've hired an AI specialist who's supposed to be working in the video game division, but it's such a broad kind of line that it's looking like they're going to be doing AI generated art and then having actual artists then basically draw over it and just stencil in and basically say, no, it's not. This person did this.
Oh, so you're a tracer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I ink the comics.
No, so
You're a tracer.
You're just mucking around with a fucking line.
And it's like it just I'm sorry. I'm not for all this AI shit, man. Like,
No, I am vehemently against all of it.
like it was kind of cute in the beginning, don't get me wrong. Like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, oh, look at this thing make this stupid little image. Sure. But then you see AI generated art fucking everywhere, and it's like, what the fuck?
Now, I think we should properly sharpen our pitchforks for this. This is not something that is coming from wizards at when it comes to AI. This is directly from Hasbro CEO.
Hasbro, yes.
Yeah.
Good call. I should have emphasized that. But
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that company that is benevolent and always good to its employees.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
remember to point your torches and pitchforks accordingly.
This is only the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We're in that beginning of the falling off the cliff of this shit with for them.
Yeah.
This is gonna get real bad because they're trying to do like AI dungeon masters and shit. So I don't see any good coming from this, personally. I feel like, as we've kind of spoken out about before a little bit, is DC-20 with each other. I don't know if we've talked about it on any of the programming we've done.
No, we have not. No.
DC-20 is basically like D&D 6e, what one D&D has been trying to do in some ways. It's not perfect. It's still in beta. It's on Kickstarter. But a lot of the major channels right now that cover D&D and other TTRPGs have been kind of talking up a storm. Now, some of them are sponsored by this. So I do want to make that clear. We're not.
No.
But some of these channels are sponsored. But like someone like Treant Monk, he wasn't sponsored and did it anyways. So if you want to watch someone who has like a more neutral perspective to some degree, I would say check out Treant Monk's review of DC-20. It does look like a lot of fun. For any of you that like rage mages, it's definitely possible. Like a strength-based mage, wizard, yeah. Stuff like that's possible with this.
I did see their Kickstarter broke 1 million.
Yeah. It was doing really well. The one thing I'm a little bit cautious on is they seem to have like the combat and character classes not quite cemented, but figured out pretty well.
Yeah.
It's the rest of it that looks like it's still got a long way to go.
Well, it's still in beta.
Yeah.
There's gonna be changes, but at the moment, like with how you can create your character, the point system that's used for it, that's all been fleshed out. As far as I'm aware, it's not polished, but it's near the end of how that design is going to look.
Yeah.
There's only like 4 base stats that you worry about instead of 5, and the rolling system is different.
Thank you, Walsh.
6, thank you. The rolling system is different. So like you roll 1 die. So you roll a d20, let's say you roll like a 13, their armor class is 12, you do 1 damage.
Yeah.
So it's a more
thing,
streamlined system, it seems.
Yeah, the other thing I'm not a fan of, personally, is having all spells be dice-based as well for doing an attack. Like, you have to roll to hit on all spells.
Yeah, like, some of the stuff is a little bit different, but I feel like it's meant to close the gap between your melee characters and your spell-based, like magic-based characters.
Yeah, I'm personally a fan of like how they do it in 5th edition, where you have like an AoE, like a stinking cloud, for instance. Like, no, that just is there, and people have to make a save against it. I like how that mechanic works personally.
Understandable, yeah.
Environmental control.
Yeah, like
which they might add to DC-20 at some point. I don't know if it's there or not. I haven't gone through the whole book of what they have available yet.
Yeah.
I've only
gone through like
through
the free stuff. That's the only thing I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, audience, check it out if you want. There's a lot of other TTRPGs. The itch.io link that we had the previous week.
I'm going to keep it in this
in there
link
that
too.
I was looking at.
It's going to be in the description of this episode as well, just because, I want to keep giving it as much of a limelight as we can, even though we don't have that big of an audience. But hey,
anything
every little bit helps.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're not making a dime off this. We're not. They didn't ask us to sponsor or anything like that. But
Hell no.
There's a lot of TTRPG options inside that bundle. It's huge. I couldn't even look at it all to see what everything was. I could only do like cursory, and I found at least 10 things that I wanted to do. One of them is like a mech warrior type shit that I want to do.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen one of these charity bundles on itch.io, I have walked away with more stuff that I'm ever going to use.
Yep.
Like, there is so much content that these people put together that is just like, oh, what? You have it's the summer sale at Steam? Yeah, no, this is in comparison. This is like everything that you would get on their entire library for a fraction of the price.
Yep. And you can always donate more if you want to, obviously, but I think the minimum is $10 for the itch.io link. Link down in the description below. But yeah, there's a ton of them in there. I want to try some of them out. Some of them are, I believe, just based on helping you craft your own storyline or craft your own like dungeon setup. Some of them are more geared to help you create your own system and stuff, I believe I saw. But tons of options in there. Definitely check it out, and let me know what you think.
Yeah. Couple of things, just because we are currently recording this while Xbox is doing its Summer Game Fest thing. So, we're getting State of Decay 3.
Finally, okay.
Yeah. Dragon Age: The Veilguard is the official title for the next Dragon Age game.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
I like those.
Starfield's next expansion coming this year called Shattered Space. Yeah.
They should have
apparently-
called it Shattered Stomach because you're going to puke your fucking brains out when you're flying around.
They're also dropping the creation kit for modding tools.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I did mean to laugh, actually.
Yeah.
But that game, as far as from a lot of the videos I've seen, even with them dropping the modding tools, that game, there are some base structure to the game where it's impossible to do and fix some of the things that's going on with it.
No, Derek, I mean dropping as in they're going to be releasing them.
Yeah, no, I know.
The
Yeah.
official tools, yeah.
So I mean, there's some good mods out there, but if you get motion sickness at all, I would say tread carefully.
Yeah, it's weird for because nothing has ever done that to you, really.
Nope, and that's what freaked me out the most about it. Is I don't just get motion sickness. It's very rare that I have it.
Yeah.
And the game caused it immediately. It was okay, yeah, no, I'm good.
Now, something that I just saw that I'm actually very excited about. We have a look at the next Doom game, Doom: The Dark Ages, medieval-style Night Sentinels. Doomslayer has a shield with a chainsaw edge.
I was just gonna say, are we getting an Army of Darkness thing?
Yeah, we're getting Army of Darkness. Looks like there's mechs and some other flying vehicles also involved. It looks like we're getting a whole on Dark Ages, Army of Darkness. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be on Game Pass day one, of course.
Well, that means we'll get to show it off, I guess.
I mean, yeah.
I kind of hope that they do a boomstick thing where maybe instead of having your arm cut off, it's a wrist-mounted boomstick.
I just hope they maintain the run they've had of just amazing music in those games.
Oh god, yeah, dude. That music makes you want to murder everything.
Mm-hmm.
You just vibing as you're crushing skulls and stuff, dude. It's so good.
Dude, it's like a rhythm-based shooter the way it plays because it's it hits so hard.
Line up your jumps and everything. Hell, dude, god, so good.
I've got the trailer playing in the background here. Doomslayer also has a fur cloak. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Dude, he's Dovahkining the shit.
Dude, okay. Yeah, chainsaw, shield, with a shotgun, with the boomstick. Yeah.
Beautiful. I am for this.
Oh, he throws it like Captain America.
He can do this all day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sold.
I know.
I'm sold.
I'm sold too. Okay,
Yeah.
that actually has me pretty fucking hyped. I'm not gonna lie. Stop doing Call of Duty. I know you just bought that shit out. Just scrap it. Just fucking scrap it. Focus on shit like this.
Oh,
Xbox.
dude.
Microsoft.
Yeah. Flail. He's got a flail.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
There was some sort of demon with laser wings that he was just riding. It's like a dragon with laser wings. That's what it looks like.
Yo.
Coming.
I'm not
all right,
seeing any of this
2025.
audience.
2025.
That's you know what? That's fine
Yeah.
though. You want to know why? Because they actually treat that game like a finished product from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't know about that specific one, but the franchise. Since Doom 3 with the red rooms and shit, I have had nothing but good experiences with Doom.
Yeah.
What about the hotel room?
I'm
Good
proud.
experience with red rooms.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it scared the hell out of me, but great fucking game.
Yeah.
Especially the last few have just been fucking bangers. That has me looking for, dude. Walsh, you didn't hear it.
You
get
didn't
to
hear it.
basically be a fucking Dova King, fucking Captain America, motherfucking Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Mixture, all in one.
Yeah.
You have a
100%
chainsaw shield. You have a boomstick.
Yep.
You can throw the shield.
He was riding. Yeah, he was riding a dragon at the end with laser wings.
That's how you kill demon.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm looking forward to that, actually. Let us know what you think, audience. 'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to see what you guys' thoughts are on this, because of all the games that I've been hearing about, that's the one I'm actually fucking looking forward to.
Yeah. Looks like there's also an update to Fallout 76 coming called
Okay.
Skyline Valley. Looks like an expansion south on the map.
We will go back to Fallout.
Yeah.
We're kind of knocking out some series right now.
Yeah. I'm just going through here. Looks like, you'll be able to play as a ghoul now.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! That's all I've wanted to be, is a fucking ghoul. I don't want to be like the ghoul from the show.
Yeah.
I just want to be a ghoul.
Sometime in next year is when that's available. But the new expansion, it's going to be available on the 12th.
Oh, okay. Just around the corner.
Yeah, just around the corner.
Nice.
What else?
Okay, we'll have to check that out then.
Yeah. Announcement for next expansion of World of Warcraft, because, they own Activision now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh.
Won't play that.
Ooh. Now this, hell yeah. I mean, it's Konami. Konami, though. Looks like Snake Eater is getting remastered.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Snake Eater.
Yeah.
So, Walsh, did you ever play any of the Metal Gear Solid games?
A little, like the early ones.
Okay.
Those are less weird than the later ones.
Yeah, I heard things got a little off the rails and some.
Okay, to be fair,
Yes.
they're off the rails from the start if you're paying attention.
Yes, technically yes. It's just that you didn't realize how steep the decline is on the roller coaster until you're already doing it.
Yeah. Like, they had to expand the lore out for you to realize how crazy it was from the get-go, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you know how we were talking about earlier, how some stuff, like especially with Lego, they tend to go shallow but wide. The Metal Gear lore is deep and wide and long and everywhere.
Yeah. It's like the maze in The Shining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good way. That's actually a good way to put it. Yes,
Use.
it's so convoluted.
Yeah. Like,
It's so fucking convoluted.
I am going to stand here, well, sit here right now, but stand on, I'm a Kojima stan. Like, legitimately. Kojima is one of those guys that's just too fucking weird for his own good, and I love it. Death Stranding is probably one of my favorite games ever, and that is just him on another level of being him.
I haven't played much of that game. I've only played a little bit.
You gotta play the whole thing.
From what little I've played, though, banger.
Mm-hmm.
The storyline does not make sense from what little I've played. Still banger.
Yeah.
You get some weirdness from Kojima. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a brilliance about his storytelling.
Yeah.
No matter how convoluted it gets, it always somehow draws back to whatever the original idea was. It always does.
Yep. And the original idea is always tinged with like 80s action movie homage, mixed with some military industrial complex critiques.
Yep.
With capitalism being the enemy, and
Yep.
weird stuff like weird allegories about freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Metal Gear Solid 5, in my opinion, literally hits all of that in one game. Like, that to me is like the culmination of his storytelling. Because as weird as that fucking game is, every single previous Metal Gear led up to this, of finalizing this kind of like web where you're kind of seeing the middle of it all now. Because it's like, it's a damn good game. It's a weird fucking game, but it's a damn good game.
like, I want to say it's not just weird, it's like weird with like a purpose, like it's that hyper realized reality where it's just like everything is played up over the top, and the melodrama is so much more over the top just to sell the idea of the actual like game itself and like what the story is trying to be. But like Phantom Pain is just so fucking weird because you're not actually the character that you think you are.
Right.
But you still are that character, because if you go back to like Metal Gear 1, like the old school one is that is that guy from that game.
Yes.
So like it's still like you aren't, but
it all
you
ties
are.
in.
It's still like it's so fucked. Oh god.
Like I said, no matter how far away he gets in the story from whatever he was talking about, it always ties right back.
Yeah.
5 ties right back into 1. 5 ties right back into 2. Fucking 4 ties back into all of them.
Yeah.
And kind of gives you, and weirdly enough, kind of ties into 5 a lot too, without actually tying into 5 a lot. Before 5, because it came out before 5.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
And I want to say one of my favorite things about 4 is that cutscene that goes for so long that if you're not paying attention, your PlayStation would automatically turn off because you weren't doing anything because it was idle for too long.
Yeah. Oh god, so funny. But like the Metal Gear series as a whole has always kind of been like that, to fuck with you as the person. Whether it be something like that where he had to have known that that was an issue and wanted to see what people would do just for the fuck of it. But also, wasn't it in 2 where the one enemy would say he deleted your save file when he actually didn't, and you would have to like switch your memory card over and stuff to beat him? There was some convoluted thing you had to do.
Yeah. Psycho Mantis is in the first game, actually, I think.
Is it the first one? So it's been a long time since I've played both of these, so it's kind of a blur on what enemies are in which, but...
Yeah, he's in the first one and the fourth one, and I think he's a kid in 5.
Is he in the Raiden?
In 2?
game?
No, I don't think he's in 2.
Okay. Yeah, so I the game itself has always been wanting to fuck with you, kind of screw with you a bit. And as a child playing those, because I originally played Metal Gear Solid 1, I want to say when I was like 7 or 8, something like that, maybe 9 at the oldest. Fucked with me hardcore. I thought my fucking save file was deleted and shit, and I freaked out.
Yeah.
Turned the PlayStation off, thinking I'm saving it.
Saving it.
Know. And then I turn it back on, and my save file's fine. I was like, oh,
yeah,
all right,
sure.
Thanks, game. Thank you. But that's awesome, though. I'm glad Kojima's coming out with some more stuff.
Well, no, that's Konami. Kojima is Kojima is working on Death Stranding 2, which, if you've seen the trailer for, looks like more batshit fucking weirdness that doesn't make any goddamn sense. That will eventually make sense after 60 hours of gameplay, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man. Looks like we've got a couple more things here. Update to Sea of Thieves. Looks like you're gonna be able to man a crew of skeletons on a ship.
Fun.
Yeah.
Was that the big ship they're saying you can take? You're gonna be able to take over?
I think
Bigger
so.
than the galleon.
Maybe.
Cool.
We got a release date finally for Flintlock. I don't know if you guys have ever seen anything about that.
No.
Looks like kind of like medieval magic based game with like actual like flintlock pistols. So like, a good kind of like middle ground there of like, oh hey, you've got crazy shit with swords and sorcery, but also here's a blunderbuss.
Get a little steampunky.
Yeah.
So basically, what Hogwarts Legacy failed to do, because there's no guns in Hogwarts Legacy.
No, why would you need guns? You got a wand.
Why would you need guns? A rifle from 200 yards out definitely wouldn't have taken care of Voldemort for everybody.
Yeah.
By the time they can say one of their stupid little spells, the name of it and shit, I've already shot them 12 times. Like, you know what my wand is? My wand is a
A Glock?
Well, yeah, that'd be fun too, but I was gonna say a 45. And also, I do also have an explosive spell too. It's called my Pineapple Granada.
Oh, see, mine's called Tint. It comes in a stick.
Mine is Erpig.
Mine is Act 47.
Mine is Atgum. Atgum.
Okay, besides the hat, we also got another one here. Remastered Age of Mythology.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't played any of those in decades, man.
I know,
Damn.
dude. And real excitingly here, something I was not expecting, New Perfect Dark.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, me either.
That takes me back to N64.
Exactly.
So instead
dude.
of a laptop gun, are you going to have an iPad gun?
I think we're going even beyond that. It looks like some sort of other... Looks like there's a bunch of devices happening here. A lot of cool little fucking tech tools. Looks like there's a focus on stealth.
So if there's like hacking other people's like shit, like their electronics, that'd be awesome. Because like imagine, like what if this person has like a, let's say like a robotic knee or like a robotic dick? You could fucking hack into that shit and force it to fuck with them.
Yeah. Also looks like there's a lot of like Mirror's Edge parkour here happening here.
You know what? For all the hate in that Mirror's Edge has, and so much of it deserved, the parkour aspect of that game, just one of the funnest things to do.
I mean,
One
that
of
is the
funnest
whole
things
game.
to do. I know, but like the storyline and like the guns and stuff you technically can have and all that is kind of dumb. You should just be running around.
Yeah. If I could get on a soapbox here real quick. Remember Brink?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
yeah.
think you could re-release that today, and it would do so much better than it did when it first came out.
Actually, especially after what's that name? That game that came out that studio Xbox closed down recently.
You're gonna have to narrow it down, unfortunately. Jesus.
Oh fuck! What is
Wide net?
what is that game? We were talking about it the other week.
Also looks like we're getting some like Mad Max bullet time stuff here.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's also like a new Deep Rock expansion that came out too, I believe.
Yeah, they not so much. I think it's just a new season.
Is
where
it a
they
new
added
season?
some like it's not like a full on like, oh, here's like DLC and all that. Just like we're expanding a little bit.
Yeah, we need to jump back into that. It's been a minute.
It's been a
D&D's
minute.
did that too, and now there's throwing knives and a double barrel pistol.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Another expansion for Diablo 4. New season, Vessel of Hatred. Okay.
Oh yeah, a couple weeks ago, and I was saying a game that came out that everybody was really annoyed with because it just didn't do anything new was Hellblade 2.
I mean, as far as I saw, I didn't see people really upset about it. Just being like, okay, well, it's
They were let down.
really.
Yeah.
I didn't see that like anywhere. I just saw like, okay, no, it's solid. You know,
It just didn't do more than the previous game.
I mean, how much more do you have to do? Like, it's a very
So much.
story-driven game. Like, it's not like, you know, we're talking like Elden Ring here, where the DLC is gonna be like a whole nother game.
Touche. Definitely touche on that one. Yeah, I'm not seeing the other game that I was looking at. I don't remember the name of it. But there was another one that was in the news recently too.
Yeah. I'm sure there's gonna be some more stuff rolling out throughout the rest of the day, but that's gonna do it for us here right now.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
We got Kitty Tail.
We got an Oliver making a cameo.
everything.
I've now lost sight on most monitors.
Little kitty tail up close and personal. Look at that little question mark tail.
Yeah, look at him. Aw.
But yeah, some of those games I'm not looking forward to, but some of them I really am.
Dude, we are definitely playing some Doom.
Fuck yeah, Doom will be on this channel for sure.
Oh yeah.
It might be like a let's watch kind of thing where me and Walsh kind of watch you play or switch off on deaths or something crazy. But
Oh, we
yeah.
might finally start that series I was talking about from the beginning, Backseat Driver.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
That'd be a good one for it, actually.
Yeah. Oh god.
You know what we also need to do that we haven't done yet?
What?
Uno.
Oh yeah, dude, I've been sitting on Uno.
We need to do some Uno.
Mm-hmm. That'll be a thing. That's gonna be a thing. But until then, thank you for joining us. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Share us with your friends. Tell them that you miss them. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you want to play some games with them.
Get consent first, but lean in close, whisper in their ear, and say, "We'll join you on your next night off."
And remember, the link in the description is for like all the merch store stuff.
Screen.
Oh yeah, show off the shirt.
Oh yeah, I got to like stand up. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, show that shit off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do a little
Look at
dance.
that.
Mm.
Some smexy merch right there, baby.
Mm-hmm. We'll see you next week, folks.
Lansy.
Have a good one.
Have a good
Good
night.
night, everybody.